Hey, I'm Mackenzie Johnson. Today I'll be talking about culture. So, culture can be defined as it has a lot of definitions because it's a very broad term, but it can be defined as customs, arts, social institutions, and achievements of a particular group of people. So, for American culture, I chose five categories that I believe best represented our culture. So, I chose sports, clothing, drinks, music, and film. So, for sports, I chose football. And I chose football because I believe it connects us as a nation. Um, it connects us all because no matter what team we're rooting for, we all want to be together watching it. Whether it's to say, like, oh, your team lost, we all really want to be together for that. So I think it connects us as a family with big games such as the Super Bowl and Super Bowl parties and everything else. We all want to be together watching it. So I believe this is a big representation of our nation. The next item I chose is jeans for clothing. And jeans actually represents a big portion of American culture. It represents creativity and rebellion against the status quo. And there's all different colors and styles, so it's a bigger group of people that can join in on it. And it's kind of the romantic notion of a cowboy, like rugged and independent, is what jeans represents. And I believe that's really good for our nation. We're very independent, and that's something we always have wanted to represent. So I think it's cool that jeans are such a big part of that. And jeans also represent freedom from structure, and so that's very representative of our nation because we came on our own away from what I mean? Like we came away from Great Britain and came on our own. So that's very cool to me. And the next thing I have is actually drinks. So for that drink, I chose Coca-Cola. And I just pulled up Coca-Cola commercials. I think that represents us the best because the commercials are the coolest thing to me because we can get those. Everybody in the world, I feel like, is involved with those. Like there's commercials where for Coca-Cola where the whole world kind of comes, like people from all over come for those commercials. And it's actually cool because it was made right here. Coca-Cola is made by John Pemberton right here in Georgia. And it's known worldwide for Share Coke. And it's really known for the youthfulness of America. Like entrepreneur, go get it yourself. And that's a big part of America, being able to go after what we want for ourselves. So that's very cool that Coke does that. It's also the logo. The logo is so popular because it's that red Coca-Cola. Everybody knows it. And it also, I didn't know this, it actually represents America, like how other people see us as like having the good life by Coca-Cola. So I thought that was pretty cool that I didn't never know that represented us like that. But yeah, it's known for making us like have the good life. We're living the life, easy access to stuff, which is kind of, I don't know. It's very neat though. The next thing that represents us is music. And I chose specifically country music, one, because we're from the South, but I just have some music videos pulled up. But I think country music represents us the most because it's a sentimental yearning for a simplistic America. So in a lot of the lyrics, you can really see that they just want every life to be so much easier. And a lot of times, they're known for romanticizing a lot of issues. Like, they'll have big problems and act like it's nothing in country music lyrics. And it also represents nostalgia and a wistful view of an earlier life. So it's kind of like looking back, like, oh, these were the good times. And I think that's very cool. It really brings us together as a culture, I think, because everybody wants to think about the good times and remember all that. And it also talks a lot about like God Bless America, and actually the song that's pulled up is called God's Country. So it's very cool how that brings us all together. And lastly, for film, I chose this old VHS tape of The Little Mermaid, and I chose that because movies represent American culture because it really represents the American dream and moving on to bigger and better. I'm sure you hear that all the time. And the actors and the actresses set an example for everybody in our country. We all try to model after these people. So they really, whatever they do is a big impact on what our country is going to do next. And so movies are a huge thing. And it also, sorry, the goal is to establish strong foreign relationships through the sharing of all this American film, which I really didn't ever think about it representing how we want to be seen to foreign countries and stuff. But I really chose this Disney movie specifically because Walt Disney is also a good representation of America because it's all about entrepreneurship and going on and starting everything on your own, doing big things for our country and making moves for ourselves. So I think that just represents like the American dream, like starting everything up yourself and, you know, making something new for yourself. So yeah, I think all these aspects of American culture really just, they all symbolize how our country is and in its best state how our country is meant to be seen and represented. So, yeah, that's how I see American culture.